Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. I've got a treat for you today. Wow, look at this. The big book. Wow. Look at the big book has arrived. We saw it on Facebook. Debbie's never gets anything off Facebook. She goes direct to the firm. So we researched who the firm was. And the firm is local. It's only in Wednesbury. It's West Midlands. It's on our doorstep. We've even got the first WS10. We've even got the same postcode. So that's how close it is. Wow. And look at the topics. Look at milling, turning, hole making, threading, tool holding, work holding. I've seen some lovely. I've had a quick flick through this. This is going to... absolutely fantastic power tools, and hand tools and storage, and wow, this is going to be amazing. This book is going to be amazing, and I'm sure there's things it's gonna slip me by, but just for the ease of handling, we'll go over there and go backwards. I know it's reading the book backwards, but that's the way I can flick it, and get it out of my way. So let's begin to have a look through this fantastic book. And look, it gives you the price, or the guide price. So you know roughly what you're sort of going to be paying. Let's get through the index. A comprehensive index. Wow. You're going to find everything. Pretty quick look. Yeah. Eclipse, DeWalt, Dremel, power tools, look. Bosch. Let's see what companies there were. 3M, of course, so proper quality stuff. Bailey, Arrow Solutions, what else stand out to us? Bristol, Bison, Bioproducts, Black & Decker, what else do we, Bostik, Bosch, Castrol, Caterpillar. Wow, all the Chester UK, yeah, that's lathes and drilling machines and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Eclipse. We know Eclipse tools, don't we? Yeah, and we use Dremel. There's Drill Doctor. Wow, there's some proper, good names. So this shows you all the Irwin, look. Irwin, Honeywell, yeah. General, the sort of firms that are in this book. It's not obscure foreign names that you've never heard of before. Who might own these firms now? We don't know, do we? Complicated, but wow. Fantastic. So these are just the Reynolds with the chains, isn't it? Yeah. Oops. Spear and Jackson. We know all these torque screws. Stanley Fatmac Starrett. Yeah. WD-40. So there are some proper names in this book, proper quality names that you recognize. And let's just have a quick through where to get your tape from. Yeah, and your office equipment, that sort of stuff, supplies. Oh, and then your nut splitters, look. Some of your electrical testers, bearings I saw there, and torches and lights, electrical, all your clips, all your stainless steel, various types of Jubilee clips, all that sort of thing, all your gauges for your air, your oilers and your air cleaners, and your filters and your air tools are in here. Wow, all your air lines that you make up, air lines that you can just buy. And here we are, more connectors, all sorts of different connectors, airline. If you're making a project or whatever, you need all these connectors, rivets and screws, and of course, yeah, nuts and bolts and 3M tape. Wow, and Loctite and various sorts of Loctite there is. Yeah, and steps. And of course, caster wheels, yeah. There's always loads of caster wheels and then equipment to move stuff around with. Magnetic gives you ideas. See stuff, fans, heaters. Wow, this book is absolutely where to get your workshop paper from. Yeah. Looking after your borers, get any spillages, this is the place to come to get anything that you need a spillage kit or your fire extinguisher are out of date and you got to change them, or your PPE, you want to, some places you got to have them on site and whatever, and of course your workwear, all that sort of stuff, and of course safety boots. Yeah, safety boots, the right place to come and get all your safety boots and all your gloves. And wow, and that's just the beginning of the book, or the end of the book, but the beginning of this film. Let's have another go. Let's have another go without bypassing too much stuff. And again, it's fantastic giving the price guide on them. Wow. Good for history. We can look back in this, can't we? Some of the books don't give prices and dates and all that. So these are great books to hang on to storage and to look and to use and keep in good condition, keep them in a nice safe place indoors. This is living history. These books are going to die off. Everything's going to go on the computer. There's something nice about flicking through page by page. Look, Teng tools. Yeah, you can put get kits for your Teng tools. There's something nice about just going page by page, looking through, and then all of a sudden you see, oh, I've been looking for one of them ages, or I've lost this, or I didn't even know. How many things do you see in here that you didn't know that even existed? That's really going to help you. Or you've seen somebody using it. I wonder where he got that from. You don't often go up to a bloke and say, "Oh, that's a handy looking piece of equipment you got there. Where did you get that from?" You like to be independent, don't you? You like to go and find it yourself. And that's where these books and these places come into themselves. We've got loads of air tools. Oh yeah, and die grinders, and these are all hand tools now, aren't they? Yeah, drills and your packs, and your pack out pockets, and all your wire brushes, and flap discs, all that sort of, all your abrasives, and of course 3M. So you're talking, quality. Excuse me. Yeah. Again, all your abrasives, all that sort of stuff in here. Where are we looking at now? Oh yeah, welding gear. From a simple welding hammer, which actually I shouldn't need to get. Here we are, compressors, spot welders, arc welders, TIG welders, tool washing tubs, yeah. We like those, don't we? And then shears, yeah. And there was some fantastic tools I bumped into earlier on. Here we are, look where we're going here. Look. Yeah. Grinders with a stand in a bench grinder. If you decide you're going to treat yourself to a stand rather than have it on a bench, where'd you go and get it? You know, where'd you go and find it? Or you decide yourself, you're right, I'm going to buy it. Christmas is not far around the corner. I'm going to treat myself and get myself a saw. I'm sick of using the hacksaw or cutting blades to try and cut a saw. And if your budget really does stretch, at least you know where to come and get these from, don't you? Turret milling machines. Oh, look at this. Big lathes, small lathes. Big mills, small mills. Absolutely. Oh, what a fantastic book to flick through. Wow. Yeah. What we got here? Oh yeah, raw materials and oil cans, oil pumps. How many 45-gallon drums are you gonna try and stick your in now? Or you've got one that's broken, and where'd you get another one from? Oh, plenty of tubs. Oh, we need a supplier of WD-40. Yeah, you never run out of a supplier of WD-40. They're not always on buy one, get one free in Tesco. We haven't had a special offer for a while, have we? No. This is where you get your bulk oils, all your specialists, liquids, all that sort of stuff. Wow. You know, we've been shed men. It's got everything you can even think about. Little volt testers, multimeters, little magnifying glasses, you know, little weighing tables. Whatever floats your boat, whatever you're thinking, right, I'm going to treat myself to. I've been a good boy. The wife's not looking. There's money in the bank. Let's run off and buy something. It's not always about, oh, I've accidentally bought it, love. I pressed the buy it now button. I was only looking, but somehow I managed to buy it. That sort of, oh yeah, calipers. That only lasts so long, and then she gets onto it, doesn't she? So you have to find every distraction, every way you can get it into the door and past the wife without getting too much of a telling off. Look, white clamps for holding your stuff at an angle. Yeah, wow. And it also, the good thing about this sort of thing is if you saw that, you'd know in the book how much it would be to go and buy. So you know if you're getting a bargain or you're not getting a bargain. If somebody's asking, because many a time, you know, somebody says it's worth this much. Well, they do to me. They say, Reggie, it's worth this much. Oh, I wonder if we can get a chuck for the wood turning machine. We've got a wood lathe, haven't we? And this would be where I did see Axminster do them as well. They are chucks. I wonder if we can get a chuck, just a little chuck, to turn the wood turning machine into a little bit of a lathe with the marrying plates, adapter plates. Look. So this would be where you'd have to, you know, go see. I'm sure they've got knowledgeable people on the desks, you know what I mean? Not talking to a moron on a phone line. That's the trouble when you go looking for something and you need a bit of information. You want to speak to somebody knowledgeable. If you're lucky, you find a really good person that really knows what they're on about and they're very helpful. But sometimes you can be unlucky and they don't know anything and they're of no help to you. They just, you know, computer says no, taps and dies and drills. Oh, dear me. We're going to have hours and hours and hours of enjoyment looking through, finding stuff. Wow. And like I say, go direct to the firm, go to the website of the firm. It's not always Well, Debbie says it's not safe. I see the advertisements on Facebook, and look, knurling tools, and she's no, because you usually press the button and off you go, don't you? But Debbie will always go direct to the firm. What's the name of the firm, right? And she'll go to their website, and this was sent from the firm direct. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. And Christmas is round the corner. Ooh, yeah, start making your list. Start sending your letter off to Debbie Claus. Yeah, be nice to Debbie Claus. Send her what you want, and you will get it. Yeah, you might get a bit of obstruction now and again, but you will get it. So, MSC, look, wow, the big book has arrived. And you know how much I enjoy a big book. Wow, fantastic. Absolutely